I had no idea that Angel Reese didn't even bother to show up, did not show up to support her teammates. It was that unimportant, but yet took a victory lap that you won a championship? You got to be joking.
Angel Reese beating her shit. What y'all gonna say now? Now that I have this unrivaled championship that I didn't even think to attend. She went to LeBron James's youngest son's high school state championship game. If this championship mattered, she would show up. She could afford.
I had no idea Angel Reese didn't even bother to show up. Didn't show up to support her teammates. It was clearly not that important to her, yet she still took a victory lap like she was the one who won the championship. You've got to be kidding me. Angel Reese out here celebrating, talking trash. What y'all gonna say now? As if she was part of this so-called championship.
Angel Reese is a champion in the unrivaled that virtually no one watched. People immediately took to social media and Twitter and started posting, look at what Angel Reese has accomplished. She has a national championship at LSU. She was the rebounding queen of the WNBA. Now she has a championship in the unrivaled, and she's Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, what an accomplishment.
Which she didn't even attend. Instead of being at the game, she was spotted at LeBron James's son's high school state championship.
Angel Reese, 3-on-3, full season highlights. Let's get it. This is my MVP, everybody, right here. She didn't win it, but she should have. Bang! She did, however, win Defensive Player of the Year. I would have given it to the rim. Bang! Best plays from the best player on this account only, right here. Bang! Oh yeah, you gotta see this one. This is a personal favorite. The hand-eye coordination, the footwork. Bang! Another fan favorite, wide open. Bang! Greatest to ever get their shot blocked, right here. Bang!
If this meant anything to her, she would have been there. She can afford it. Angel Reese just got called out, and the internet isn't letting it slide. The championship everyone's hyping her up for, turns out she didn't even participate in. The playoffs. While her team was grinding it out, Reese was missing in action.
Angel Reese was a member of the Rose. They won the inaugural Unrivaled championship last night.
I guess if you want to take a victory lap on that, you can. I just don't know if it means anything.
Still, the media keeps pushing this narrative like she was the MVP of the whole tournament. Angel Reese is being paraded around as a champion in the Unrivaled League, a league almost no one paid attention to. People took to social media to brag about her resume.
All of that was more important than being at the location, being with her teammates.
Why is it just women's basketball where we see athletes acting like this?
National champion at LSU, rebounding leader in the WNBA, now unrivaled, champ and defensive player of the year. But is this really something to celebrate? Or is it just another media-driven storyline that doesn't reflect reality?
Her team achieved this remarkable accomplishment. Angel Reese was so thrilled, she FaceTimed in press conference and celebration. That's how big this unrivaled championship was.
Let's talk about Angel Reese's 3-on-3 season highlights. This is my MVP, right here. Well, not quite. She didn't win the actual MVP, but she did get Defensive Player of the Year.
ESPN covered this championship. Chelsea Gray scored 30-some-odd points last night in the championship game. This championship that Angel Reese has added to her trophy case that she didn't even play in the last two.
I'd have given her the award for Best Rim Hits. Her fans claim she had some of the best plays. The coordination, the footwork, wide open, blocked shots. A true fan favorite.
Fan favorite, the touch and finesse. Beautiful. And then her grace. To all my lady listeners, if she can do this, I believe in your chances. Never give up. Never! Again, she is my MVP. I want to reiterate. Bang! Best jumper I've ever seen. She leaps out of a gym. The relentless motor on her. She won't stop missing. No one has the drive to miss baskets quite like her. Shot number 2. Bang! One more time. Last one.
Unrivaled was supposed to be a fresh, exciting twist on women's basketball. Angel Reese played for the Rose, the team that won the league's first title. If you want to celebrate that, sure. But let's be honest, hardly anyone was paying attention. This wasn't a real 5-on-5 league. It was a 3-on-3 event, a format that struggles to grab serious basketball fans.
She thought so much of this championship that she was like, nah, I don't want to diminish the greatness of this championship by attending the game and rooting on my teammates. So I'll FaceTime in. No one wanted a 3-on-3 full-court women's basketball league, and no one paid attention to this. Let's put together a social media campaign and let's pretend like Angel Reese just accomplished something.
Angel Reese didn't even bother to attend the final. She wasn't in the building. And yet, the media hyped it up like she'd just won an NCAA or WNBA title. These athletes keep making themselves look worse by playing into these narratives. Reese's team faced Vinyl in the final, a matchup almost no one was talking about.
We're going to build up this narrative that Angel Reese is one of the great athletes of our lifetime. She's right there with Steph Curry, and she's right there with LeBron James. She's right there with Kevin Durant. She's got a championship at LSU, and now she has a championship in the Unrivaled.
Unlike pro leagues with real stakes and huge audiences, this tournament came and went without much noise. Even ESPN tried to spin it into something significant. But it just wasn't. So why didn't Angel Reese show up? Why is it always in women's basketball that we see stars acting like this? The only reason this moment's getting attention is the controversy. Reese didn't just miss the championship game, she missed the last 2 playoff games. Still, she acted like she carried the team. Instead of showing up, she FaceTimed into the post-game celebration.
Angel Reese, 3-on-3, part 13, let's get it! Classic long 2. Bang! PSA, no rims or backboards were harmed during the filming of this video. But viewers are encouraged to look away. Bang! What? Bang! I heard her say that she might sit out if the WNBA doesn't pay her what she deserves. They say $1 million for every missed layup is fair. Bang! We are stat petting queen properly. Fair wages for all. I repeat, fair wages. Remember, they're coming to see her. Long 2, butter pecan. Bang!
That's right. Angel Reese thought this championship was so important. She tuned in remotely and FaceTimed during the celebration. If this really meant something to her, wouldn't she have been there? Can you imagine Caitlin Clark, Aja Wilson, or Breanna Stewart missing a title game and still being praised like they played a key role? It wouldn't happen. Chelsea Gray dropped over 30 points in the final. She was the star. But still, social media flooded with posts praising Angel Reese, listing this win next to her LSU title and WNBA stats.
I don't understand how the WNBA won't have enough money to pay her. I mean, max contract, we're talking about Curry land, we're talking about LeBron. I mean, she brings all the eyeballs. She's so skilled, she does everything perfectly. I mean, she can dunk too. Look at that.
Bang! Netflix, listen to me. If the WNBA won't pay her, you better. Comedy special, man. She's hilarious. Who else can do the hop, skippity, drop, step, bang better than her? Bang! Bang!
Like this random 3-on-3 tournament meant the same thing. Let's be real. This was manufactured hype. If this was a major win, Reese would have been on the court. Instead, she was at home, watching and FaceTiming in. The media is desperate to build her into a superstar, even when the facts don't back it up. This championship? It was smoke and mirrors. Angel Reese skipped the final, missed the playoffs, and still celebrated like she earned it. The league itself didn't gain much traction. No big names like Aja Wilson, Kelsey Plum, or Caitlin Clark participated. Even Sabrina Ionescu, who was originally involved, backed out. Why? Because they knew it wasn't real professional basketball.
This championship game was so unimportant. She's like, nah, I'm good. I'll watch from home. I'll watch this stream from home, and I'll FaceTime in if we win.
This league has got to figure out a way to honor Angel Reese in all this. That's right.
Let's stop pretending fans care more than Angel Reese herself. She got caught up in one of the most awkward championship celebrations we've ever seen, and didn't even play in the final 2 games. That didn't stop the media from acting like she just had a historic run.
We have to sit through the fake importance of double-doubles all over again, question mark? Oh, nobody gets hollow double-doubles like your girl, Angel Reese.
I even heard she's considering Sitting out if the WNBA doesn't pay her what she thinks she deserves. Maybe $1 million per missed layup is fair? Meanwhile, her team actually played better without her. Chelsea Gray stepped up big. Fans even noticed the team looked more in sync without Reese on the court, but the media refused to admit it. Instead, they pushed the illusion that she was the driving force behind the win, and Reese herself fed into it. She jumped on Twitter posting, "What y'all gonna say now?" as if she proved something, like she was silencing her haters by not being there. This wasn't a huge milestone. It was a game she didn't attend. She watched the stream from home and FaceTimed in. But the media's already talking about how she's right there with LeBron, Steph, and KD. Think about that. A player skips the biggest games and still gets treated like a hero. In any other sport, that wouldn't fly. If you sit out, you don't get the glory. But for Angel Reese, the rules seem different. Let's not pretend this was elite competition. This was a brand new 3-on-3 league with almost no star power. The top WNBA players weren't there for a reason. Yet, somehow, the media turns this into a defining career moment. Real basketball fans aren't fooled. Champions show up, they play, they lead their teams to victory. Reese skipped the final 2 games and still acted like she was the reason they won. Even funnier, the Rose may have been better without her. That's the uncomfortable truth no one wants to say out loud. Still, the media continues to inflate her legacy, and when she immediately made the win about herself instead of her teammates, it only made things worse. Now compare this to real legends. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. When they won, they celebrated with the squad. They were there. They weren't FaceTiming in from home. If I were running this league, I'd be focused on Caitlin Clark. The way Reese's hype is handled is hurting the brand. She's being pushed as the face of the sport, but it's all smoke and mirrors. Her college run was impressive, but she hasn't proven herself at the pro level. Her game still relies more on strength than skill. And this latest championship, it's the clearest sign yet that the media hype might finally be unraveling. This wasn't a real title. It wasn't earned. And for those paying attention, it's obvious. The real faces of women's sports, Coco Gauff, Juju Watkins, Paige Buchers, Sabrina Ionescu, Aja Wilson, Simone Biles, Caitlin Clark, they show up and dominate. Clark, for example, is redefining women's basketball. Her presence alone has boosted WNBA attendance by over 100%. Her debut doubled viewership. She's changing the game. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is riding a media wave that's not built on actual results. The question now is, how long can this illusion last? If Reese wants to be remembered as a great, she needs to earn it, not just claim it. The spotlight is on her, and eventually, the truth will come to light. When it does, will Angel Reese be ready? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Click the video on your screen, and we'll see you in the next one.